Hey guys, what's up? It is Robbie with Open World Games, and welcome back. We are talking about more Watch Dogs, one of my most anticipated games of 2014. 15 days left, guys. We have been waiting for this game since 2012. That is nearly 2 years. That is incredible. So we will be seeing this game May 27th. I will be online and I will still be covering it quite extensively, so look forward to that. And I wanted to quickly thank you all for your immense support. You guys continue to write in these amazing letters of encouragement, and I am honestly just taken back by, I am shocked. I am so surprised by your support. I can't thank you guys enough. And we just hit another major milestone here at Open World Games. 40,000 subscribers. I am in awe. I don't know what to say. I just really want to let you guys know I appreciate all the support, and you guys are awesome. Now let's get into the news, because that's what you are here for. We are going to be talking about the digital trip app that was recently revealed. Earlier we were wondering what that was about, and then of course the removal of the 1080p and 60 frames per second information graph on Sony's website. And then we're going to go over some things about the UE blog, exclusive PS4 content, and then we're going to go into the Watch Dogs Uplink podcast with Brett from Watch Dogs Central, Super Rebel 123, Dan from Silent Core, and then don't forget Andrew from WatchDogsForum.net. Exciting stuff. We will be answering your questions, and leave any questions you guys have right here on YouTube. We will get back to you guys in upcoming podcasts. And don't forget, we are here out on Facebook and Twitter answering your questions and interacting with you guys, so check that out as well. But guys, let's talk about Watch Dogs. So here's some news for you guys today. It appears Sony official PlayStation site has made a mistake, and they have updated its Watch Dogs promotional page, removing the information about its resolution and frame rate. So that's interesting. It appears the game might not be running at 1080p and 60 frames per second on the PS4 after all. But what's really interesting about this whole story is, like I previously stated, Jonathan Morin, the creative director on Watch Dogs, stated that the game was running at a steady solid 30 frames per second on the PS4 and Xbox One in September 2013, but they've had so much time to really optimize this game, so who knows what is going on with this story. I have a question for you guys. Is it really important to you that all these next-gen games are running at 60 frames per second, or is it more important to you guys for graphical fidelity and then of course the solid 30 frames per second? I really don't mind. I really do want to see the 30 frames per second with a game like Watch Dogs. When you're talking about more competitive MLG style shooters, then you do want the 60 frames per second, of course. But it would be amazing news to hear officially that this game was running at 60 frames per second. So as you may know already, the PS4 and PS3 versions of Watch Dogs will be getting exclusive content, including 4 new missions, an exclusive outfit, and the superior capacity hacking boost. But this is really interesting. It appears that this is going to only be a timed exclusive and will also be on PC as revealed by Sony. So guys, I would expect after a few months or so, you will be able to purchase these items on your Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and of course your PC. So that is actually really good news. That's what I like to hear, because I think everyone should be able to experience this content. And remember that mysterious icon that we saw in the user interface menu from the Xbox One screenshots? We really didn't know what that was about, but now we do. It appears it is going to be 4 digital trips. These are going to be your augmented reality type side activities that you're going to be playing in Watch Dogs. And what you're going to be doing in this menu is going to purchase digital trips. I've heard some of them are as expensive as $35,000, so they're actually wanting you to purchase side activities as well. So that's interesting, and now we know that it probably isn't related to Assassin's Creed. They are just giving a nod to Assassin's Creed fans and really giving some fan service there. So that is what that is about. And finally, we got some more details about the reputation system in Watch Dogs. I was really curious about how the citizens are going to be reacting to you in the city, because Aiden Pierce is going to be a vigilante. He's going to be operating outside the law quite a bit, and citizens will react accordingly. But they go into more details. I'm going to include a link in the description so you guys can check out the full Ubi blog, because guys, it is really interesting. And lead writer Kevin Short goes on to explain, let's say you want to steal a car. This is obviously not a very nice thing to do, but you have a better reputation. Rather than calling the cops on you, a citizen might decide to look the other way. In other words, you don't really lose access to anything if you choose to play it bad. Your friends and allies won't treat you any differently. After all, they know you better than the citizens, who just get a small glimpse of your actions. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Shops won't shut you out or refuse to sell you, though as we've seen before, they may call the cops if your face pops up all over the news. There won't be any areas of the game that are unavailable to you should you choose to be a shoot first, ask questions never kind of player. So this is really cool. It seems like the consequences are going to be more in how the news is going to react to you, and then from that, the citizens are also going to react accordingly. And if you are a really bad guy, I guess shooting the cops is the absolute worst thing you can do, because you're going to have a reputation meter. There's going to be a negative portion of that meter, then there's going to be where you could be in the positive, but it will be in the negative big time if you are shooting up cops. So the kneecap mechanic is going to play a huge role in this game. Sure, you're going to be shooting some cops, of course, but you're not going to be killing them. Or will you be? I don't know what type of Aiden Pierce you guys are going to be, but I think I'm going to go through and play as a good guy at first, and then revisit and play as a bad guy. I'm not too sure, but I am definitely going to venture to the dark side and play as Aiden Pierce as a bad guy eventually. But guys, now it's time to join the Watch Dogs crew for the Watch Dogs Uplink, our weekly podcast. Enjoy.
Do you guys think we will be able to fish in this game?
Maybe. I know we've seen, like in a trailer, we've seen other people fish, and there's fishing poles in this picture, so I don't know. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it could be a game.
I really think it would be surprising if you were able to fish in this game. I don't see them adding that. That's just my opinion, of course. I don't see any gameplay reason to add that mechanic in the game.
Do you think you'll be able to, like, take your friends into your, like, safe houses?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I seriously doubt you will be able to do that. I would be very surprised.
What if they've unlocked it already, though, like through the story? Like one of the safe houses. Do you think they'll be able to go in as well, or no?
That would blow me away. It depends on what you can do in the safe houses. You know, right now, I don't know what you can do, if there's anything at all, but I've heard that you can watch TV. That's rumored. So I just don't think it's going to happen at first. I would be very surprised. I would actually be blown away. Then they really are going after GTA 5 at that point.
Yeah,
I know there's all those, like, there's the little hideouts, but then I know that the one main, like, you know, there's a one main, like, I guess, you know, so to speak, safe house, you want to say, that's supposedly decked out with a bunch of, you know, things for Aiden to utilize and stuff, and then you have these littler hideouts. So I'm pretty interested to see that this one main kind of hub of where he's going to stay at. It'll be pretty interesting to see that.
Now, see, that's interesting, because I have heard about that. I've seen the screenshot of all the monitors. It's sort of like from The Dark Knight.
Yeah, the guy that tested it said it's sick. When he was said, you got to find out for yourself. I can't tell you, but
oh wow,
he said it's phenomenal. Like the main, you know, he's got like one main. I think that's what you're talking about too, Robbie. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
He's going to be able to use cameras. You're going to be able to use cameras in there, all kinds of things.
That's awesome.
You know,
now, see, I could see that being a place for multiplayer. That could be possible where you all just end up in that location, because it seems like since it's such a main hub for the game, everyone's going to automatically have it in their single player. So that would be insane.
That would be awesome. Just the one would be great, you know?
Yeah. This question is from Batman Rodriguez. He goes on to ask, how much is the installation on Xbox 360?
Jonathan Moran actually confirmed this. He says the installation disk is going to be 7.5 gigabytes, and if you don't have a hard disk or don't have enough space, you'll need an 8 gigabyte or more USB key with a data transfer speed superior to 15 megabytes.
Excellent. There's your answer. Yeah, excellent. Okay, great.
My question was from Ina, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and he says, can you drive motorcycles in cockpit view, and what is driving like? So you can go for that, Rob.
Oh wow, good question. I really don't know. I imagine you would be able to. They've said every car and vehicle has a cockpit view, so man, I didn't even think of that. That would be really cool to see. Actually driving, the focus will be on the exterior of the car, and then you could look down and then the focus will be drawn into the interior, so that's a pretty cool feature.
He says, what sort of mods will you want to see on PC if you like mods?
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, it'd be really cool to see like a cinematic mod where you can make like machinimas and place like a camera anywhere on the map. I think that would be a really cool mod to see. And I mean, having the ability to fly around the map would be cool too, as Aiden. Just fly like Superman.
Yeah, that would be the one I would want to see, is the ability to fly. And then, of course, I would love to see mods where they kept, pushing the graphics over years, because they keep doing that with GTA 4. Have you guys seen that, where they keep releasing these screenshots? And it still looks amazing on the PC. I mean, it is crazy how far they have pushed that.
And how old is that game?
Oh gosh, it is old. I don't even know when it released.
I think it was like 2009.
I think you're right, 2008, 2009. That's crazy, and it still looks amazing with the modding that they've done. Here's another question that comes from Sheree Shaw, and I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but he goes on to ask, I have heard that driving in Watch Dogs is not smooth, and it's very hard to control. Is that true? And I'm going to start out with Dan on this one. What do you think about the driving from what you have seen from the trailers?
From what we've seen from the trailers, I think, what was that most recent trailer called with the taco van? What was that one called? Was that just the multiplayer?
It was just a walkthrough.
Yeah, that one. I've seen a lot of people comment on the driving on that. I don't think the driving's hard. I just think the people recording were just really, really bad at driving in that trailer. Like, the guy that was chasing the taco van was like all over the road. I don't know what he was doing.
Dude, that
like,
guy was so bad. He
was going from like one side of the road all the way to the other side of the road, and like through bins and trees and everything.
He tried to play it off as well, but deep down inside, he felt really awkward.
I really think he did on purpose, because I think he was trying to make it look like the cops were interfering. I think it was part of the actual demo, the demonstration. People just don't understand that, but
unless he was just really nervous and had a twitch.
Yeah, I guess people want it to be like Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto 4. And I've heard a lot of people saying they don't want it like Sleeping Dogs. I personally really liked the controls in Sleeping Dogs. I've heard that. What do you think?
I think Sleeping Dogs, it was just like really fast with everything going on.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really explain it. Everything was just so quick in the game.
Did you like it though?
If you know what I'm... Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
I actually prefer that. I don't like worrying too much about the physics with the cars in these open world games. I like to have it to be a little bit more arcade. I don't know how you feel about that, Brad. What do you think?
I've heard in Watch Dogs the cars actually feel like heavy when you're driving it, and I know when you get into the car and start it up, it starts like, it goes on its full speed like really fast. Like you don't have to accelerate and wait like a long period. It'll just go like full speed.
I like that.
Like really
fast.
That. Yeah, it gets you like right into the action. So I kind of prefer that more.
What about you,
to be
Dan?
honest?
What do you think?
I guess I don't know. I guess it looks a little bit clunky. I feel really bad saying that. But I don't know. I just get the feeling it does look a little bit clunky and not as smooth as maybe some other driving
I'll
games.
admit I'm a little worried because I've seen some backlash about the driving, but I've heard rumors that it's based off the old driver games, the actual physics and the car handling. So that would make sense if it's like really heavy and boat-like, but a lot of the cars are muscle cars.
On the topic of free roam, I actually have a question about that. And this question was from Johnson, and he said, "Is it true free roam really is restricted?"
He means by restricted is I've watched that, and I think it's more where you just can't go up to NPC and like goof off and punch an NPC or just do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I do.
I've just read towards the end of the question. He says apparently he says that it's hard to annoy people and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, exactly. You're not gonna be going around just murdering every single civilian in sight, but you can shoot them, I guess.
At least for a reason.
Oh, I will be. No, I'll just be going through like a mass murderer, killing every single civilian.
Dude, we're all gonna try killing people, but then again, if you guys saw my video about apparently it makes you feel guilty when you kill people, because like it kind of shows you whether they have kids or
Oh
not,
god.
and it, like the whole, yeah.
I'll be crying during like a walkthrough. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
You just casually put your gun away and walk off with like police on your
Yeah, but
back.
that would make you feel more guilty, I would think.
Yeah, we could have like 2 game saves where you could do like good cop, bad cop kind of thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
But I think it's gonna really pay off to be good though, because like I can see in the future, like when I don't know, I can see if you're a bad guy, it's gonna come back and bite you. Because like if you need a car and you take one, you know, people call the cops on you, like you'll get wanted all the time. It's like if you're not well respected in the city, people are going to make your life more difficult when you're playing.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and stay tuned for some bloopers from the guys. And don't forget to check out their YouTube channels. I have left links in the description for you to check them out, and also check out watchdogsforum.net as well. And don't forget us right here on Open World Games. We are going to be continuing extensive coverage of Watch Dogs, The Division, The Crew, Far Cry 4, and Assassin's Creed Unity. Man, there are a ton of games coming out in the next year. It is going to be incredible. I will see you guys next time, and enjoy the bloopers.
You guys do know what today is, don't you?
Oh my god. It's Star Trek Day.
No, it's Star Wars Day,
It is?
damn it. I usually didn't know what Star Wars Day was, seriously. But until Star Wars Battlefront, I was like, man, I'm so addicted to it now since, you know, DICE is working on that. I'm so excited.
What if I was to tell you I know the whole SpongeBob theme song off by heart?
Do you really?
Yes.
Are you ready?
It is the best song to know, so don't judge it.
Yeah,
We will not judge. You should try just going up to them and doing different accents every time. Confuse the hell out of them. Well, hello there. Can I have a moment of your time? And then come up to them again, speak Irish or something. Wait, what the hell's happening?
That sounded black.
What? What do you mean? I guess I could do a good black guy then.
Oh, Robbie's back.
That's how I introduce myself. Like the first time I speak to Jonathan Moore, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, John." Who is this? Oh God. I'm your biggest fan.